Hello, my loves. How are you? Oh my goodness, it feels so good to be back doing this. I haven't done this in so long, so it feels a bit weird, but we're back. We're giving this another go. So welcome. You would have just seen my little morning routine. It's always a little bit different, but I definitely always try and get some journaling in. I always have ice water and a coffee, of course, and you know, all the normal things, but I feel like I have so much to tell you. It's been so long. You saw Nala, who some of you may know. You may have seen Monica, who you might know. We got Monica about 3 years ago. Yeah, she's turning 3 this year. 2? No, 3. And they're just the best of friends. They make us laugh so much. Anyway, I'm at home today, which is nice. Don't always get these days, but I'm at home today. I have a call with my brand designer in about an hour. I need to make some homemade granola, so I thought we could make that together. And then I want to show you my journal because you haven't seen it on here yet, and I launched it last January, and I think I'd like to show it to you. So I'm going to show you that. We're going to make some granola. I think I might bake some cookies. I might do that with you. And I have to do some writing. I'm writing a book. You didn't hear that? But I'm writing a book, so I need to do some writing for that. I need to do some more daily reminders and design something else that I'm coming out with. So I thought I would take you along with me today and just have a nice cozy day at home. So let's go. I think start by making granola, have some more breakfast. I'm definitely a 2 breakfast kind of person. And then have my call and go from there. It's so nice to be here. Okay, I decided to put a cute little stay-at-home outfit that's cozy, that looks cute, and I just got it, so I wanted to wear it. I got this set from, it's a little store on South Granville called Capaci. It's made in Italy, designed in Vancouver, and the price point is so good and it's so cozy. So I thought I would put that on, and then I just got these from H&M and I'm kind of obsessed with them. They're a little extra for staying at home, but why not? And then this ring is from Olive & Piper. This was a dog Mother's Day gift for me last year. And then Leah Alexandra. So I thought I'd show you that. Wide leg pants, very cozy, elastic. It's just like a cute little elevated sweatsuit. And yeah, curled my hair with the Dyson. Okay, let's go make granola.
Let me take a moment for how cuddly these two are. You two are just the most cuddliest little things I've ever seen. Look at you. Look at you. My beautiful little girls. Are you protecting your green ball? Yeah. Good girls. I'm cuddling. You're just the sweetest. You're just the sweetest little things. Yes. Good girls.
Okay, let's make some granola. So I have my recipe box here, and granola is always at the front because I make it like probably once every 2 weeks, once every 10 days. I got these cute little recipe cards from the Cross. How adorable. I have this recipe on my blog, so I will post it or link it down below for you. These ones pulled out cute little slit to put my recipe, and then I have my ice water. So if you watched some of my vlogs before, you'll know that Nala hates when the camera isn't on her. She also wants to play with her ball, so hold that thought. Okay, one of her favorite things is when I just keep the ball. Well, I don't know if it's her favorite, but it drives her a bit nuts. I just keep the ball by my feet and then squeeze it. It's funnier when she's up close, but she loves this ball. It's one of her favorites. Oh, okay, you ready? You got it. Like a little goalie. Mm-hmm. Monica tends to just watch. Sometimes she'll go for it, but well, that was very anticlimactic. So whenever she decides not to go get it and to be very like dramatic, that's when I start doing this. Just look at her face. Mm-hmm. Oh. She likes a challenge. You okay, Muppy? Good girl. Okay. Good girl. Good girl. Yes. Good girl. All right. Okay, let's try that again. So, I always like to get all of my ingredients out. Oats, a bowl. These bowls are the best, by the way, if you don't have them. I just got them for Christmas from Dalton's grandmother, and I've been using them all the time. I just love them. Nala, shush. Right. Oats. Okay, that's enough for now. Need my measuring cups. Into the big bowl. No. Nala wants her toy. Right. I feel like I'm on a cooking show. This is so fun. Salt. Guard dog duty. Okay, now this isn't on my recipe card, and it's not on the recipe on the blog, but I like to add just a dash of allspice. I started doing that a little while ago, just for a little extra pizzazz. Okay, so that's the dry ingredients. Mix all of them so that's what it looks like before it's mixed. Easy. Go for a slightly bigger bowl, to be honest with you, but and then if you want to make more granola than this makes, like if you make one batch and you're like, I have a big family, I need more, you can easily double the recipe. You could also easily just add more oats, and it would just be more oat forward. If you want to do that kind of more on a budget, it's an easy way to just make some extra. That's next. Oh, I'm done. The oven has been turned on. Cleaned up everything. Now we're going to start with the wet ingredients. So I pretty much only ever bake and cook. Not that I cook, Dalton does the cooking. But I pretty much only ever bake with coconut oil. Butter too for certain recipes, but it's one of those two, and it's a high quality butter if I use butter. I don't really ever use any other oils unless it's olive oil, of course. Now, because I do so much baking and because I use so much coconut oil, we buy this one from Costco. It is 100% just straight coconut oil, and it's the best bang for your buck. I need Pretty much any recipe that you see from me, I've cut the sugar in at least half because I just don't think we need that much sugar in our lives, and so many recipes have like just, I think, what is too much sugar. So this one too, I think I cut completely in half. Again, we just get the maple syrup, the organic maple syrup from Costco for baking, and then we get a nice one for like pancakes. See, this is why I can't do things when Dolphin's not here. We can do this any minute. Gotta be a little dramatic in the day, otherwise the day's kind of boring, isn't it? What are you two doing here? No, you can't have maple syrup. Crazy things. And even the recipes that I have, sometimes I'll just use even a little less sugar than what I've already cut down. Just because then I can eat all I want and I don't feel guilty about consuming so much sugar. Anyways, you can do whatever you like. But I also don't like things too sweet. Okay, I need to brand new thing of vanilla. 2 teaspoons. And if you want to see why people are on cooking shows, it's quite fun. Oh, I guess I need to open this one. Here we go again. Okay. 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. No? Does anyone else randomly count in Spanish for like small things? I do all the time and it's so weird. Very random. Okay, now we're gonna do our coconut oil. I need my 1/2 cup. This is seriously the easiest recipe in the world to just whip up beginning of the week, the end of the week, the middle of the week, right before bed. And let me tell you, it makes the house smell so good. Sometimes I'll even like, if it's really late and I don't have time to wait for it to bake, I'll just prep it and then put it in first thing in the morning. And the house smells so good. It's like the best smell to wake up to. Yes, Schnitzy, I know. And yes, I called Nala Schnitzy. My dad started that because she's like a little schnitzel. A little German schnitzel. And at this point, she responds to Schnitzy. So if you ever hear me call her that, it came from her grandpa, who is also. Then you just mix that all together. You're not gonna feel like you have enough liquid part, like right at the beginning, but it just takes a minute for the oil to sink into all the oats. I promise you, you have enough. You don't want it to be too like wet. Make sure all the oats are coated in the oil. Nala, would you like your lick mat in a minute? It was Nala's birthday this month, and I got them a lick mat because I saw on social media someone posted that they have their dash hound like kind of propped up with a blanket while they lick their mat, and it works their core. So I was like, a treat and a core exercise? Sounds good to me. And they're obsessed with it, so I'll show you that after. Yes, you can have your lick mat in a minute. Right, so I just realized that I'm out of parchment paper. And I could put this just on a pan, but I feel like I'm gonna regret that. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna let this sit. And Dalton's out at the moment, so I'm gonna see if he can pick some up. And then we'll finish this later because it's just better if you line a baking sheet with parchment paper. It's easier to like get the granola into the container after, and it just is a much easier cleanup. So I'm just gonna leave that there, and we're gonna get the lick mat ready. Yeah, I said it. This is their lick mat. It has little section cups, so I can put it pretty much on any wall, and it's great. I got some organic peanut butter. I need a knife. Now they don't get this very often because obviously I don't like giving them too much peanut butter. I have a little tiny bit of coconut oil left in here, so I'm just going to do a little tiny bit. And I'm sorry you can hear them crying, they're very excited. I've read that coconut oil is good for their fur and their skin, so just a few drops. And then I'm allergic to peanut butter and the smell really bothers me. So I have to do this very quickly, and I'm gonna hold my breath. And I just use maybe half a teaspoon, not very much at all. And it keeps them entertained for at least a few minutes, and they love it. So I'm gonna hold my breath. So this is kind of how much I put in, a little less if they've had lots, a little more if they've not had it for a while, and I haven't had it for a while, so that's how much they're gonna get. You can also put this in the freezer, I've heard you can do goat's milk and blueberries and put it in the freezer, so I think we're definitely gonna try that, but we've only had it for a couple of weeks. Are you so excited? Okay, let's go. Okay, now I gotta get the blanket ready. I usually just take this blanket and I'll fold it up. You see? Use that one here. Fold it up and create a little thing for them. Okay. And then, sit girls. Good girls. Okay. And I just stick that on the wall. And they stand on top of the thing. And apparently this works their core a little bit. So, I mean, hey, I'll do anything to work Nala's core and protect her back. So, and they love it. Look at them go. Okay, hello guys. So I thought I would share with you my journal. Nala also decided that she would share her thoughts with you. No licking on your peanut butter. Okay? Did you enjoy that? Did you enjoy your lip pad? Yeah? Are you gonna be quiet? Or are you gonna bark? The head tilt. It's I've never seen anything like it. Are you gonna bark while mom talks to the camera? Or are you gonna sit there and be a good girl? What do you think? Can you just sit and be a good girl for a few minutes? As long as you're on the camera, you're happy? Is that it? So here is my journal. You may have seen this online. I launched it last January, so it's been out for more than a year now. But I've never done a full talking video about it, so I thought I would. The inspiration of designing this journal came from basically my 10-year journaling routine. I started journaling, I think I've always journaled in some aspect, but my first bout of gratitude journaling came with the 5-minute journal. I started using that pretty much as soon as it came out. I cannot recommend that journal enough if you're just starting out. It's such a good one. I probably filled out about 6. And after filling out however many of those I filled out, I was craving something more. I wanted to do more writing. I wanted to dive deeper into gratitude, deeper into manifestation. So I started journaling just in blank journals, and I came up with all kinds of different templates, and I just kind of did what felt natural. And then I realized I've been using the same. You can't cry because they can't hear me over you crying. Come sit with me if you'd like to. I realized that, oh my God, Nala. So if you have a dash hound, you'll know this frustration because I think they're like the same. Go get a ball. Or come sit with me. Come on. Please comment down below if you have a dash hound and you feel this. Just their incessant urge to have all the attention on them at all times. It's actually a bit ridiculous. Okay, so where was I? Right, where was I? Oh yeah, okay, so I realized that I had been using the same template that it came to me naturally, and I had been using it, and like, I think I filled out at least 3 journals with the same thing. And I thought to myself, you know what, this is actually working. Like, I am feeling really positive, really good. I noticed through my years of journaling that my outlook on life became much more positive. We all had angsty teenage years, I'm sure. But I just noticed that, you know, whenever anything happens, I can usually see the good in it. I can usually find a positive outlook. And a lot of the things that I wanted, that I desired and wanted to manifest started coming true. So I thought to myself, I want to share this template with everybody else. And also I was getting tired of writing down like the prompts. Like, I want it to just be ready for me. And I also wanted a journal that looks good in any home, that you can just stack. It's totally blank on this side, so it just looks lovely and minimal in decor. I wanted it to have kind of a vintage feel. I wanted it to not be so noticeable if it gets dirty. And the color brown, I obviously love the color brown, but it was mostly inspired by Nala and Monica's eyes, because whenever I look into them, I just feel so much gratitude, so much love. They just make me so happy. So that's really where the brown color was inspired by. And then you have a beautiful brown silk ribbon as well. But yeah, I wanted to create something that felt really special, really luxurious. The paper is what I think is some of the best you can find. It's thick. It's not that really like fluorescent white color. I hate that. So it's much more of like it's an ivory. It feels good to the touch. It ages really, really nicely. The Becoming You starts to patina a little bit, which I actually love. I just started this journal literally on the Chinese New Year. I needed to start a new journal, which felt very, very fitting for the year of the horse. And I got really excited. So yeah, that's kind of where it was inspired from, is number 1, my journaling routine, gratitude, manifestation, wanting to share that with everybody and share what has worked for me, and also create something really beautiful that you actually want to use in your everyday routine, you want to bring with you, you want to keep on display, because I think there's something so special about having a bunch of journals around your home on display, just as books, but they're filled with, oh, hi, you came to the camera, you want to cuddle? That are just filled with your thoughts and your gratitude and positivity and your dreams. And you know, if you want to go back on them, you can, and see what you were thinking 3 years ago, 5 years ago. I think there's just something so special of a house filled with positivity and gratitude. And yeah, so that's why I designed this. That's why I developed it. That's why I wanted to bring it to life and share it with the world. So I hope you love it. I myself have filled out, I think, 3 or 4 of these. They last about 6 months if you're filling it out daily. I think I did 100 and I can't remember how many pages I did, but it's a decent thickness. I didn't want it too thick because I wanted you to be able to travel with it fairly easily, but thick enough that it makes an impact, it looks nice, and it'll last you for a little while. So, open it up. You have a nice brown cover page, and then this journal belongs to, I put my name, and then I have one of my quotes in the very front. And that is, the little moments make up the minutes make up the hours make up the days make up the months, and the months make up the years. Live for the little moments and your life will change. That's like my life motto. Romanticize the little moments. Romanticize your morning coffee, your dinner, just setting the table, getting dressed in the morning, doing your skincare. It can be the most basic things, but just make it lovely. Make those moments lovely, because then every day will be a good day. And, not every moment of every day is necessarily going to be good. We all have bad days, but if you can just appreciate and teach yourself to appreciate the smallest moments, getting into bed and curling up in your favorite pajamas after a nice hot shower, just those little things, I think it just makes such a big difference on your outlook on your life, your positivity, your self-love, your just aura. So it's a bit of a tangent, but that is the quote in the beginning. And then you have a little explanation that I've written here. Hello, darling. And then I just kind of explain how to use the journal, what's it about, my inspiration for it. I have examples of affirmations, because instead of affirmations in here, I have affirmations, and you can do either. Sometimes I'll do a mix. But an affirmation is basically an affirmation in question form, and I found that those have worked for me so well, because you're still putting your desire in present tense. So like an affirmation is, I am living my best life. The affirmation for that would be, how am I living my best life? And I find that ask works so well, because the universe, God, source, whatever you believe in, and your own mind has to then answer that question. So, okay, how am I living my best life? And, another one could be, how am I so beautiful? That's a big one for a lot of people. It's hard. And I think when you just ask yourself these things, you start answering them yourself, and you start doing practices to make these things come true. So I'll give you some more examples. How does everything just always work out for me? How do I make so much money? How do I attract so much abundance? How am I so happy? How did I just buy my dream car? How do I feel so good in my body? How do I have complete financial freedom? How am I so fulfilled? How am I so calm? How am I so confident? These are all just some examples, but you can kind of see how you would start to answer these questions in your subconscious by yourself. And so I think they really work. So I have those in there. And then this page is filled out for you. So you have examples, sweetheart. Okay. Shush. So you have examples for each section that you can look at, for when you're just getting started, if you can't find things yourself. So the first section, the first page is your daily gratitude. That's on this side. So I have, these are all present gratitude things. So present things in your life that you're grateful for. So 3 things about my life that I'm grateful for, 3 things about, 3 things in nature that I'm grateful for, and then 3 things I'm grateful for about myself. Again, that can be a hard one for a lot of people. But it can literally be like, I'm grateful for the fact that I can see. I'm grateful for the fact that I can write. I'm grateful to have my hearing. I'm grateful for healthy skin. I'm grateful for my healthy body. I'm grateful that I can walk. I'm grateful that I can work out. It doesn't have to be something that you're feeling insecure about. It will be that one day. the more you do this, the more you'll start to notice things that you're grateful for in every aspect of your life, including yourself. So there's that. And then 3 things I'm grateful for in nature, some examples. I'm grateful for fresh air. We all take that for granted. I'm grateful for fresh water. Again, another thing we take for granted. My biggest one is I'm grateful for the sound of birds chirping. There's no sound in the world that I love more than the sound of birds chirping. I one day want a house, want a condo, want something where there's trees outside and I can hear the birds chirping, because to me that is like, it's music to my ears, and it's so calming, and I just love it. Anyway, another tangent. On that page there's also a little daily quote. I came up with all those quotes, so they're all original to me. This day, the example one is, "You, my darling, are worth it." And yes, you are. And then the next page, manifest. Now, another thing is, a lot of people think that you have to fill this out, like the whole thing every day. You can. Okay, we're back. Now let's stop. So as I was saying, you can fill it out every day. I generally fill both pages out every day, but a lot of days, a lot of people, especially when you're just starting out, you're not going to feel like you have time, and that's totally okay. The pages are dateless, so you can put your date in if you want, but you can just fill out 1 section a day if you want. You can fill out 2 sections. You can fill out 1 line a day if you want, and have the entire 2 pages take you a week, 2 weeks to complete. I designed it in a way that you can introduce it into your routine in a very calm, not pressured kind of way. So yeah, like you could just do this in one day. You could just do 1 line in one day. You could do, 2 in one day. Like you can do it however you want. You could do 1 from here, 1 from here, 1 from here each day. It's totally up to you. There's no pressure. There's no wrong way to do it. Just journaling it doesn't matter how you do it. Just do it. I promise you it will make a difference in your life. So the next page is the manifest page. So this page is all things that maybe are in the present that you're working towards, that kind of thing. So the first part is manifestation gratitude. So these are I'm grateful statements for things that you might not have quite yet, but that you're working towards, that you want to manifest, that you desire. So it could be, I'm grateful for my perfectly curated dream home. It could be, I'm grateful that I got accepted into the university that I want to go to. It could be, I'm grateful to be completely financially free, or I'm grateful to be married to the love of my life. Like just things in the future that you're working towards. It could even be, I'm grateful for how amazing I feel in my body if you're not feeling like your best right now. So something like that. And then the next part is 3 things that would bring me joy today. So you could change that today to this week if you wanted to. I'm like out of breath. I don't often talk this much. I'm usually quite quiet. Okay, so 3 things that would bring me joy today. This could be, these are things that will bring you joy, that you're excited to do, that you will feel good doing in the moment, and that will feel good after you're done them. So like you could put laundry if you're really excited to do laundry, and do it while you're doing it and have it completed. But if it's just something that you're excited to be done, that's not something that's going to bring you joy. I'm talking about like moving my body, going for a walk, baking, having tea time, maybe having a glass of wine tonight, calling my friend, calling a loved one. It could be enjoying a coffee whilst reading my favorite book. That's one I have on here as an example. Having a self-care pamper session. Like I want these things to be things that you're really excited to do, that feel great while you're doing them, and that feel great afterwards. So that's that. And then the last part are your affirmations. So we kind of went over those already, but yeah. So that is the day, the week, the month, however you want to fill it out, but that's one kind of section. And yeah, I have filled out a few pages of this one already. I mean, I've only started this one since the 17th, but it is so satisfying when you finish a journal. Like, where is my old one? Let me get it. Okay. So this is the one that I just finished. So you can see how the gold kind of patina's a little bit, but I honestly love that. It gives it such a vintage kind of feel. And also you know which one is your new one and which one is your old one. So like, how satisfying is that when all the pages are filled out? I just love it. And then I should mention, you do have some blank pages at the back that you can write in. They just look like that. On my mind. So in there, you can write anything. I kind of like to write detailed things that I want to manifest. So if you're manifesting your dream home, write down every detail that you want. If you're manifesting going to college, write down like the whole experience. If you're manifesting your new car, write down the exact car that you want. That's what I like to use those pages for, but you can use them for anything. I sometimes will like to put like 6-month goals in there because I'm most likely going to be finished this journal in 6 months. So when I'm done it, I can go look and see what I've accomplished. But anyway, that is Becoming You, the journal. This is my baby. This is the start of a line of wellness products that I hope you guys use and love and cherish as much as I do. I won't talk too much about what's coming, but there are a few things in the works that I'm so excited about that will go along with your wellness journeys and just your wellness rituals and routines. And yeah, that's really what I want to focus on this year, I think, is becoming a true wellness mentor. I feel like we're just going to have a little life chat. I feel like for so long and you might feel this way too, but there's such pressure to be something, be somebody, be a coach, be a financial advisor, be an athlete, be a writer, be all these things. And I'm reading Confidence by Roxana Fusi right now, and one of the chapters is embrace the slash, as in this like writer slash dancer slash coach slash, you know, like we don't all have to be just one thing. And I think I'm finally realizing that and coming to terms with that, because growing up I was supposed to be a prima ballerina. That's what I was training for. That was my life. And when I stopped that, I certainly don't regret quitting. It is something that had to be done for my health, but I felt very lost. And then I was going to be a fashion designer, and then that didn't work out because I hate sewing. And so then I felt lost again, and I'm sure we've all felt this, but I think I've realized that I want to be a wellness mentor, and that's an umbrella of just helping people become their best selves, whether that be through wellness rituals, whether that be through yoga, whether that be through fashion, because I do love personal styling. I love helping people find their style in both fashion and home, because I think both are a reflection of who you are, and I think that's so important. So that's my focus this year, is just to help you guys with an umbrella of wellness, everything wellness, becoming your best self, and just sharing my habits with you, hopefully giving you some inspiration, some motivation, some guidance. Hopefully that's my intention. I'm just petting Nala. She's right here. Anyway, yeah. So thank you for being here. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. I thought it might be nice to come back to YouTube and just have more long chats with you and just be a little more close. But you can always find me on Instagram and TikTok too. TikTok, I'm trying to like TikTok. I just don't like it, but we're trying. But you can always find me on Instagram. I just had my website redone by the beautiful Meg from Brand Alchemy. And I'm obsessed with it. It's chocolatey brown and calm and all the goodness. So you can always check that out. I'm doing a blog post every Sunday and every Thursday. I missed yesterday. Yesterday was Sunday, so I'm gonna do one for today. And then there's also a monthly newsletter that you can subscribe, not monthly, a weekly, I call them weekly letters that you can subscribe to. So they're just little, weekly updates from me. I need to write one for today, actually. So there's that. What else? These videos I'm hoping to do every week. I think I'm gonna just share my life with you guys, share my wellness rituals, my morning routines. I don't want them to be too long. Granted, I think this video is gonna be kind of long, so I apologize. But just little bits of joy and positivity that hopefully I can bring into your life. Because I think we need more of that. Anyways, I'm going to make myself a latte now. Oh, I should say, I will link this down below if you would like to purchase one. I am currently shipping within Canada, and I'm looking into shipping for Europe, the US. I'm really sorry, you guys. Tariffs, I just can't right now. But I will link below some retailers that carry them, and they might ship to the US. There's just only so much I can do as one independent person running a small little business. So anyway, I'll link everything down below, and you can find everything on my website too. And yeah, so I'm gonna make a latte. Not that I need more coffee, but I really feel like a latte. And I'm gonna do some writing. I'm gonna write the weekly letter. I'm gonna write some pages of book. I'm gonna write some more daily reminders. That's the other thing I should tell you guys about is I developed, well, I didn't develop anything, but I basically launched a subscription. It's a one-time payment for a whole year. It's $33 flat. And it's a daily reminder sent to your email every day for 365 days. So that daily reminder works out to 9 cents a day. It's not a lot of money, but it is just a little something to bring to your day. They're nice and aesthetic, of course. It's a brown background with like a white little quote with black writing. I'll show you one. I'll link one, or I'll put one up right here so you can see. But those get sent to your email every single day for an entire year, and I have to write some more. So I'm gonna do that. And Dalton just texted me. He's gonna get parchment paper, so that's great. Nala, you be careful up there. Does anyone else's dash hand give them a heart attack at least once a day? Right, I'm gonna try not to say too much. I think we're gonna leave it here. We'll make a latte together, we'll write together, we'll finish the granola later, maybe bake some cookies. And yeah, thanks for having a little chat with me. It felt nice to sit down and talk to you. I hope I didn't chat too much, but if I did, just fast forward. Love you. I should show you quickly too. This is what the granola looks like before it has been roasted. And this is what it looks like when all the oats are covered with the oil, just so you know what to look out for. But yes, so pretty, so excited. It already smells so good, and it's not even in the oven yet. So I thought the camera was recording, and I thought I showed you making myself a latte, but the camera was not recording. So here's the aftermath of my latte making. I grated some fresh nutmeg on top, and looks good. I can sit right there, do my writing, and they can be right beside me, and they have the biggest dog bed in the world. Babies. Hi darlings. Okay, we had a lovely lunch. I made a latte, did some writing. Dalton has gone out again. He had a workout. I need to do some Pilates later too, but it was starting to feel a little bit like stale in here, you know, midday, and you're like, ugh, it was just starting to feel a bit stale. So whenever I start feeling like that and I get frustrated at the computer or whatever it is, I just lose motivation. I like to light some sage. I open all the doors and windows for a little bit, and I just refresh the energy in here. I usually do a bit of sage, a bit of Palo Santo, and then I'm refreshed with a nice big glass of water. Nala barks at me, and I just feel a little bit more refreshed. The energy feels fresher, and I can carry on being productive. So I thought you might like to light some sage with me. This is my bright blue lighter. Okay, so I put that one out. I don't do too much sage because I don't actually really like the smell of it. It's not my favorite, but I know that it's good for clearing energy and clearing just bad stuff in the air. So I do enjoy using it. I just don't let it burn for very long. Palo Santo, though, I love the smell of. I think it just smells like a really nice, like, campfire. That's the word I'm looking for, but like better, you know. Yes, Nala, I know. And if you're gonna do this, make sure all your doors and windows are open. Have a nice big glass of water. Okay. I feel like I can keep going now. Yes, Nala, we all know that you're there. So I took the granola out of the oven. Let me bring you over there. Okay, so this is usually what I like the granola to look like color-wise when I take it out of the oven. And then I'm just gonna add some dried cranberries. You can add whatever dried fruit you want, and then I'm gonna put it into a jar.